Greetings, I am Sharman. I am so very happy to resume my messages to Earth. I have not spoken with you in this manner for quite a while, but I actually was, on Earth. We Pleiadians can easily slip into our society and be perceived as just human. I wanted to say to you all, our friends and family who are wearing Earth vessels, that we are here now within the higher dimensions of Earth. More and more of you can feel us in your heart, see us in your dreams, and hear us with your higher mind. Also, if you see any tall blondes walking around who are free of all fear, they just may be one of our ground crew. We said, free of all fear, because a fearless energy field is quite rare on Earth. It is for this reason that we have decided to send more of our Pleiadian crew to Earth, to serve as role models of humans being free of fear. Being free of fear is not easy for our Earth-bound family, because the Illuminati have been inserting fear into all their communications, media, movies, and even music. However, those evil actions are coming to a close within your now. The Dark Ones have lost their invisible war on humanity, and are being taken off a planet and placed in the lower astral world. The reason why the Illuminati could continue their mischief for so long was because time separated themselves from the dark actions and dark energies that they sent into your third-dimensional reality. While they are in the lower astral plane, the consequences of the Illuminati's every thought and action will instantly return to them. Without the third-dimensional time lag, they will instantly perceive the sequence of cause and effect. In this manner, those who can learn to correct their behavior will be able to return to ascending Earth, but those who cannot change their ways, will remain within the lower dimensional reality that they have created. There will be no more hiding in their mansions, or dissemination of fear to the populace. In fact, the fear that they have projected out into their 3D world will, instead, surround them. We wish you to know that we are not attempting to punish them. Instead, we are giving them an opportunity to change their ways and, hopefully, return to the light. While the Illuminati are in the lower astral plane, they will receive back every power over others' action they chose to take while wearing their third-dimensional vessel. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the many forms of advanced technology that have been held back from the people via the Illuminati will be released. The many debts that humanity had to incur in order to survive will be forgiven. In fact, money as it has been known in your third-dimensional reality, will cease to exist. We know that you have heard the saying, money is the root of all evil. That saying was actually a truth. Of course, it was not the actual substance of money that created the evil. Instead, it was the evil intentions that were placed on the distribution of money so that your reality became one of haves and have-nots. Within your fifth-dimensional reality there is no separation, as there is no time to create that separation. In your fifth-dimensional reality, there is a flow of life that moves through every person, place, situation, and thing. This flow connects all life with the one of the higher worlds. It is difficult to describe the fifth dimensional being one to those who can only remember separation and competition. Therefore, we will give you examples of where this one exists in nature. For example, there is one flock of birds, one school of fish, one herd of animals. There is also one sky, which surrounds your one earth. Your sky, your earth, your oceans, each drop of water within your great waterways, and each molecule of air in your sky are one with the collective of the water and the collective of the sky. However, there are many different expressions of the one within nature. For example, different species of birds gather into different flocks, just as different species of fish gather into different schools, or mammals gather into different herds. You, our beloved volunteers to Earth, are soon to experience the collective of humanity. Now, when we say soon, that is a statement based on time which does not rule our fifth-dimensional reality in the manner in which time rules your reality. Therefore, to our perspective, when we say, "We are landing now," we mean that within the timeless now of our fifth dimensional reality, you are entering your time-bound third dimensional reality. Please remember that the inhabitants of the higher dimensions can always perceive the lower dimensions, but the inhabitants of the lower dimensions must expand their consciousness in order to expand their perceptions to include the higher frequencies of reality. For example, you can look into a pond and see the fish, but the fish do not have a state of consciousness in which they can look outside of their water world to perceive you. In the same manner, those of us who resonate to the fifth dimension can easily perceive your world, but you in the third dimension need to expand your consciousness into your fifth dimensional, gamma wave consciousness, in order to perceive our fifth dimensional ships. However, we wish to remind you that you are a galactic in the same fifth dimensional now in which you are Gaia. You are Gaia, in that your earth vessel is made of the same elementals that make up the body of Gaia. You are wearing a third dimensional earth vessel, made of the same elements and elementals as your Mother Earth. When you were just a primitive native, you spoke with Gaia frequently and Gaia spoke with you. But then you dropped your primitive beliefs that you were a child of Gaia and went about conquering Gaia, taming Gaia, owning Gaia and separating Gaia into different pieces of land and water that belonged to different people. It is the third dimensional thinking, which is based on separation and power over others, that you, the ascending ones, must address as you assist the sleeping ones to awaken. We, your higher dimensional expressions of self, need you to tell the many sleeping ones that Gaia is a living being. We need you to remind the sleeping ones, as well as the curious ones, that we the members of Gaia have taken a third dimensional earth vessel in order to assist our mother planet to return to her innate fifth dimensional frequency. We, your galactic family, realize that some of humanity will choose to ascend into fifth dimensional Earth, and others will choose to remain within the very 3D matrix that has limited and protected them, while it was wrapped around Gaia. We, your galactic family, wish to remind you that this 3D matrix is within the process of releasing her 3D matrix, so that she can return to her true planetary home in the fifth dimension. Gaia's 3D matrix assisted her after the fall of Atlantis when she almost fell off her axis due to the mischief of the Dark Ones. The 3D matrix served much like a brace when someone breaks their arm. But Gaia's Earth is healed enough now that she can take off her brace. It will take a bit of Gaia's 3D planetary time for her to feel strong enough to transmute back to her innate fifth dimensional energy field. The amount of time greatly depends on how much the humans assist her by sending Gaia unconditional love and violet fire. The time also depends on how much humanity holds on to their addiction of power over others. Since an addiction is often something that people want to give up, but they are not strong enough to release without assistance, we ask that you, our ascending ones, please assist those who became addicted to having power over others. When these power over others groups are ready to release that addiction and become clean and healthy enough to resonate to the process of planetary ascension, there will be great transformations on Earth. The process of planetary ascension will call on every one of you to assist Gaia by assisting her wounded humans. We see that many of you who chose to read this message are already doing so. We see that many of you are working hard to assist Gaia and are becoming tired of the efforts, and mostly, tired of the wait. Please remember that time is a third-dimensional illusion, just as power over others is a third-dimensional illusion. In fact, power over no longer exists in the fifth dimension and beyond, as it is replaced by power within. Once one feels their own power within, there is no desire or intention to have power over others. Power over others is one of the many third-dimensional distortions of a fifth-dimensional concept. When you first began to read, you could easily miss the meaning of the whole story because you were so involved in learning how to read each word. In the same manner, when you first begin to perceive the fifth-dimensional frequencies of reality, you may only be able to focus on one component of your entire perception. When you learned to walk and talk, you did so one step, and one word, at a time. Therefore, as you leave time to experience the flow of fifth-dimensional communications, it may feel overwhelming. Therefore, progressing step by step allows you to firmly ground each experience as you move through your ascension. For example, you may feel safe swimming in a small pool, but swimming a huge ocean is too threatening. Therefore, just as you stay in the shallows of the ocean until you feel more confident, you will stay on the threshold of the fifth dimension until you feel more confident. Your initial experiences of fifth-dimensional reality are best left to your imagination to explain. Your third-dimensional thinking has no words to express your fifth-dimensional experiences. But you can expand your consciousness enough to consciously connect with your own higher-dimensional self. Your higher-dimensional self can serve as a relay station through which higher-dimensional perceptions can be directed to your multi-dimensional mind. Then your multi-dimensional mind, which resonates within your aura just above your crown chakra, can translate your higher dimensional messages in a manner that your fourth dimension dreams and aspirations can pass the information on to your third dimensional mind. If you expand your consciousness by meditation, creativity, mantras, and certain bodily positions such as yoga or tai chi, your physical body will expand its role of being a human resonator. Just as your body innately resonates a warning when you are in danger, it also resonates to an incoming message when your consciousness is expanded. Your skin is the largest organ of your body. As most of you are aware, your skin speaks to you. It says, "I am cold. I am hot. A loving aura is approaching me. Beware. Something is unsafe." You have heard of being so afraid that your hair stood on end. This is your body's SOS. On the third dimension, you can observe an experience from your separate body via your separate television, or your separate computer. On the fifth dimension, there is no time to separate you and your experiences from the you of humanity and the experiences of all life on Earth. When I first visited Earth, I wore a third-dimensional Earth vessel so that I could perceive your reality in the same manner that you perceive your reality. Unfortunately, or perhaps it was fortunately, I became lost inside of my 3D vessel and forgot my true self. Once I remembered my true multi-dimensional self, I was able to share a great deal of information about getting lost in the 3D. Which provided vital information for our galactic command. Many of you are also emissaries of light who chose to take an Earth vessel to assist Gaia to ascend. The process of planetary ascension will call on every one of you to assist Gaia by assisting her wounded planet, as well as her wounded humans. We see that many of you who chose to read this message are already doing so. Hence, we end this message by saying thank you for assisting Gaia with her planetary ascension. Please call on your galactic family for assistance, as we are here now within the higher dimensions of Earth. Can you perceive us? If not, please look inside. Sharman and your entire galactic family,